Hey guys, my name is Ajit and welcome to Step by Step Data Science tutorial. So today we will start with configure, import, create pipeline to auto-ingest S3 data to Snowflake from scratch. So agenda for today is to configure a Snowflake storage integration to access S3 data, and then we will import sample data from S3, and finally we will create a pipeline to auto-ingest S3 data to Snowflake. So these are the steps and the link that I used to create configure and build a pipeline. And at the end, we will have a homework where we need to write a JSON code. We need to write a code to parse JSON file and then store it to S3, and then finally create a pipeline. This would be your homework. So let's start. So, the first steps is to configure the S3 so that it can pull files from S3 and can access Snowflake. So this is the first link that I used. So if we go back here, so this is the first step. So what we need to do is firstly we need to go in IAM. So go in AWS. I assume everybody has AWS access. Go in IAM and then go in roles. So I have already created Snowflake roles. So go here. So why we are configuring this is so that we can get access of S3 files and can import that files to Snowflake. So doing a connection of S3 to import files in Snowflake, we are configuring the role. So here you can see S3 access. So if you follow these steps, and if we go and create a policy, so I have already created a policy. So where does that lies is over here. We go on this one, policies. So this is the policy that I have copied and pasted from here, from this location. So here what I did is I need to specify my bucket name. So this is the bucket that I will include all my files. So this is my bucket name and this is the file. So I have specified my bucket name, and here also need to specify the bucket name. So here if you see, it says the bucket name here, and prefix includes the path. So I need to access all the files that are in this bucket. So in this bucket I have one file. Okay, so we need to make changes in here in two places. Okay, so and also if we don't have any further path, we can include the asterisk over here. Okay, so this is the first thing that we need to make changes. We need to create a policy and we need to add a bucket name where we are storing the files. Okay, and then what we need to do is, once we have that ready, so S3 the policy is ready. So I have already created my policy. So this one is ready. Then what we need to do is we need to create an account. We need to go in role. Simply if we follow these steps, it is easy to create the access. So again, we need to create a new role. And then once we do that, we will have, so if I go in role, Snowflake, so we will have our ARN. This is the link. This is the connection that we need to pass in Snowflake. So once we have this role ARN, and what we need to do is, once we have this ARN, then we need to go in Snowflake. So I have created a test database and a test table for now. So this is the integration table that we need to create. So this is the name of my integration table, and this is the ARM that I have pulled from here, this one. So if we follow these steps as per this document, finally we will get ARN. Then I copied that here, and I specified my S3 bucket path where I have files. So I have files in this bucket name. Under this bucket name, I specified that. And then what we need to do is, once we create this integration table and describe storage integration, here we will have the storage AWS IAM user and external ID. This is the property that we need to again configure it in AWS so that we can have access to the files and all. So we can go in trust connection, and here if we go in edit, here we need to add AWS. This is coming from here, AWS storage. If we do a describe, and then external ID, we need to keep it here. So this is all given in this documentation. If we go here, we can see, we need to specify the AWS Snowflake user ARN and external ID. We need to specify that here. The trust connection, it comes from here. Once we set up our integration table, we can see this information in Snowflake and can configure it over here in AWS. Okay, so once we do that, then we need to grant access of stays to public to role account admin. So I have my account admin role, and I need to grant access to the stays to account admin role, and also need to grant access to S3 underscore int integration that I have created right now. Okay, so in this way I will have access of Snowflake with S3. So the connection of S3 and Snowflake is done. Now what we need to do is so this is my S3. This is the file that is in CSV comma delimited format. So to import that file in Snowflake, we need to create a format file. So this is my format file. Okay, and then I need to specify the storage integration S3 underscore int, which I have recently created, this one, and then the bucket name and the file format. Okay, so once we run this, so we have successfully created staging. The first step was to create file format. The second step is to create staging, and the third one is to create a table because we need to import that files. The column names should match with the file column names that we have. Okay, and then simply we need to copy. So this is the file name, and this is my staging table that I have created right now. This my underscore cs underscore stage. So if I run this, policy. Okay, so let me see that. Maybe I rerun that again. That's why the policy name is not matching. Let me check this again. So yeah, this is the good practice to debug the issue. So AWS IAM user ALN is this. I think this is the same. There might be some changes in the external ID because I have to rerun that again. Rerun the table again. Yeah, so there is some changes there. So once we set up our integration, let's not try to rerun this in this table again, because if we do that, the external ID will change every time. So this is only one time. This is only for one time. Yeah. And then now let's try to import. Yeah, we are able to import one file successfully, right? So there's 742 records in one file. Now we are done with importing one file. Now what we need to do is we need to set up a process where if we have a more similar files is coming in my S3 bucket, I should be able to import that file. Okay. For that, what we need to do is we need to create a pipeline. Okay. So what happens is to create a pipeline, create pipeline is table name auto-ingest equals true, and copy into this table where file format is this. So if we do this, then we will create a pipeline. Okay. Now if we see so pipelines, so pipes, then here we have one notification channel. Okay. So we need to pass this notification channel into our S3 bucket. So my S3 bucket name is here. So this is my S3 bucket. Now if we click on this and if we go in properties and if we go in this configuration event, I have already created one. Let's see. Mhm. Let's delete this. Okay, and let's create a new one. So S3 config to all of my object. We need to go in SQ. I need to go in enter the notification. This one we need to paste there. Let me see if I have copied the complete. Yeah, I think it's there. So let's do a save. So I have configured one notification, event notifications. Okay. Now what I will do is I will try to include files over here. Let me add 3 more files. Is uploading. Okay, so So last time I had 700 and something record. Now you can see it's 3126. Let's check in 5 seconds. See, we can see all files has been loaded. It's 100,000 K records. So this is how we create a pipeline. So I will include all these code in my GitHub link, and I will include in this YouTube description below, so you can have access to this code. So hopefully you enjoyed my video, and give a like and subscribe for the future videos. Thank you so much.